Game number 2 is getting underway right now, though. We're going to find out what adjustments they've made for this one, because Greensheep been doing a great job of mixing up his picks lately.
Yeah, he's been leading off with Druid quite a bit, but then he's been switching up. This is something we haven't seen in a while from Greensheep here.
You know what? He runs into a pretty gosh darn hard matchup here. Hunter, if they get out running, it is a nightmare for Rogue.
Well, now he has some of the cards that can keep him up in the early game. He has a backstab and he has a deadly poison. If he adds an SI7 agent, this hand turns out to be not that bad. You know, Fan of Knives not even terrible against some of the draws Ek0p can have.
I totally agree with you. The big story here, though, is that he doesn't have the coin, and without coin, Rogue sometimes can fall a little bit behind in these aggro battles.
Those draws, not great either. Violet Teacher, you know, not the greatest one in this matchup. It's a 3/5 body that sticks around. You can challenge some of Ek0p's minions, but, you know, you have to play spells to stay in this game, and then it makes their Unleash the Hounds better.
Yep. This turn one Mad Scientist here, this tells me that Ek0p's likely got Freezing Trap in his deck or Snake Trap in his deck rather than Explosive, because if Greensheep has a backstab here, he can just proc his trap right away. But Greensheep, even recognizing the fact that with backstab and SI7 agent, that he wants to hunt for a little bit more value.
Yeah, well, he's going to hold off on, you know, on his turn here, because this is a big turn for him here. He has a lot of options now. You know, he doesn't have to backstab. He can take the 2 damage. You know, Earthen Ring Farseer is going to help out a little bit, and this is going to be a great turn for him. He's going to clear almost this entire board.
Unless this is Snake Trap, it's tough for him to get punished. Greensheep even actually playing around it. Love this sequencing from him, because if Ek0p got 3 snakes this turn, this game was looking brutal.
And I want to talk about that for just a second. That sequencing from Greensheep. Not only was it great and something, you know, all the professional players should be doing, but, you know, he's 2-9 in this season. And his match might not mean a ton to him, but he's still playing great Hearthstone in his matches. Something to be said about that. What a great kid.
Yeah, he just wants to win. That's where his heart is at right now. Winning the game.
Yeah, nobody wants to finish last.
Nobody wants to finish last.
Yeah.
I take that back. There might be someone out there who wants to finish last, but
they might just be happy to be in HPL. They're like, I'm just glad to be in this league. I'm just happy to participate. I'll take last place.
Yeah, I'm not taking last place.
Not happily.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be mad about it.
Ek0p's having a little bit of struggle here. Do you want to push extra damage? Do you want to clear out this SI7 agent?
Yeah, you got to believe with him doing this, he's a little less face variant, a little, you know, has some more late game tools.
I wonder if that is ever Explosive Trap when he does this.
That's actually a good point. It might be.
Yep. And Greensheep sniffed it out instantaneously.
Yeah, great sequencing from Greensheep here these last 2 turns. You can see this kid's on top of his game here lately.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly has been. Honestly, I think the fact that he has been kind of having a rough season has been driving him to play even better.
Yeah, I mean, when something goes wrong, like you have a really, really bad season, you have to believe, you know, am I doing something wrong? And you have to look into yourself. You have to be reflective and figure it out from there. And I think he has maybe figured it out.
Yep, Ek0p pushing for damage here with potentially 12 damage coming from his hand. I think he feels comfortable making the push right now. Greensheep forced to play defensively.
Yeah, Ek0p got to feel good about this game. Draws Explosive Trap, not the best ever, but it's, you know, good at sweeping up some of the stuff these Violet Teachers might leave behind.
Yeah, I think it's totally fine to just kill command and hero power here. You know, this may be the last turn you actually have a beast in play.
Yeah, and you're going to see Ek0p take that into consideration here.
Yep. I actually would like to see him attack with this Glaive Zuka as well.
Yeah, just go ahead and move all in.
Yeah, because if you draw, like, say you draw another Glaive Zuka next turn, you're going to regret having left this here.
Yeah, you should play around drawing extra weapons here because you're going to want to slam them into play. Plus, you have Arcane Golem, Quick Shot. I mean, your hand is designed to get this game over with as soon as possible.
Yeah, no reason. I just don't see a reason to not push it. He's going to hold on to it just in case. You know, it's a pretty low % chance he's going to draw another weapon, so can't blame him for it.
I mean, I would also attack because we've been seeing, you know, some weird things out of people. And I think it was actually Greensheep early in this season had Harrison Jones in his Rogue deck. Yeah. We definitely saw some people doing it.
Certainly did. This is the turn that Greensheep has decided he needs to make a push, because if he doesn't get this game over with, Ek0p's going to.
Yeah, I love the fact that he's not attacking the minion here. One of the only ways he can win here is sending everything in Ek0p's face.
Yeah, so holding on to the Glaive Zuka here actually might have been a very key point to winning this game. You know, being able to put Earthen Ring Farseer down a little bit more while at the same time pushing some damage in, but I still feel like this damage should be going upstairs.
Yeah, Ek0p maybe, you know, doing a little thinking ahead here. You know, he could, if he wants to get really defensive, he could even quick shot this Violet Teacher, the 3/5 one.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 9 damage from hand next turn. He's got 2 from the Leper Gnome and 2 from the Explosive Trap.
Yeah, he's gonna go upstairs here. It's gonna be very hard for him to die.
I think this is pointing at the Earthen Ring. You know, again, with the Leper Gnome, he's got 2 damage. Even if it gets sapped, the Explosive Trap, he's got 2 more. Next turn, he just spends all his hand, and Greensheep's dead.
Oh, yeah, because he has 9 points, and the Leper Gnome makes 11. Yeah, I like this attack here.
Yep, I like this. This is a great defensive play from Ek0p, and Greensheep doesn't pick up anti-heal bot, doesn't pick up Earthen Ring Farseer. I don't see a way he actually wins this game.
Yeah, it looks like Ek0p's going to be able to tie this one up here at 1. You can see, look how nervous he still is here.
It's hard not to be. You know, your opponent still could have the right cards to kill you.
Yeah, love this from Greensheep. Go ahead and clear out the minions first.
Desperation sprint here. He would need prep and eviscerate, and then another prep, and then a third prep.
There's one of the preps. There could be 3.
No, there can't be 3, Tannen.
Dang.
Don't you know the rules of Hearthstone?
It's questionable sometimes.
Greensheep, I mean, there's no way he's attacking this turn, but doesn't matter. Ek0p has got the damage in hand, and he's punishing this choice from Greensheep. You know, he has not played Rogue a lot this season, and I think this queue up from Ek0p is more of a nod to the fact that he doesn't know what Greensheep is going to do in his games, and I think that's one of the best ways you can go. If you don't have a great idea, play something aggressive, get a little bit of information, and try to keep the game out of your opponent's hands.
Yeah, love the queue up here from Ek0p for every reason you just said. Just, you know, put the game in your own hands here. You know, don't worry about trying to outguess your opponent. Greensheep's hard to guess about the last couple weeks. He's been, you know, mixing it up so much. He's been playing combo. He's even played control decks. This is something I never would have thought after the first 2 or 3 weeks of HPL, where he was just, you know, face, face, face.